a Heisman Trophy winner. Then he went, if you remember, wow.
Hi.
What do you say? Pleasure to meet you. This is one tough man.
Hello there.
Let me take a look at you.
Uh-oh.
An elite athlete.
Hello, Robbie.
Hi there. How are you?
You still look like a young guy.
Well, I'm pretending to look young. I'm really older.
You're 40 what?
47.
No kidding.
Yes, 47.
You look good.
Yes, I was here a long, long time ago. You know, I started in like 83.
How come guys like you can't play football at 47?
Well, no, I can, but I wanted to fight now. That's a little bit different.
You're not fighting for
Strike Force. I'm fighting January the 30th in Miami.
But someone told me you're not fighting really for money even.
No, I'm giving it to charity.
What charity?
Giving it to Project Turnaround in Dallas, Texas. Tony Evans. I'm just giving it away.
What kind of money are they paying you to fight?
I'm gonna get paid pretty well, but you know,
what do you call it pretty well? I mean, you're a wealthy man.
Yeah, I tell you what, Donald made me a wealthy man.
Donald Trump was that the move when you graduated?
He was in that USFL.
USFL, yes, yeah.
When you graduated college, you could have got. You were a Heisman Trophy winner. You could have gone to the NFL.
Well, now remember, the NFL was not paying that much.
That's right.
Yeah, they were not paying. The NFL started paying $1 million contract after the USFL.
USFL came in. They were trying to start a new football league.
Yes.
It didn't work, but you were the guy. You were the ticket. You were the big item. You came along at the right time, and Trump said, "I got to have you," because he owned that league.
Well, you know, he owned the Generals. And everyone blamed him for the fall, but he wasn't to blame. It was a lot more people than that.
What killed the USFL? Why didn't it work?
Well, I think a lot of the owners really didn't want to step up to the plate. You know, they blamed Donald, but they had to step up to the plate, because if you're going to take on the NFL, you got to be ready to put some money out.
You got to put major money out.
Yes.
You got to. I mean, it's crazy to start.
Everyone want to sneak in the back door. You can't get in the back door for anything.
Back then, what was crazy money? What was the original
deal? Back then, I was making over $5 million a year.
Which was huge. I mean, now it actually seems like a little bit.
Yeah, now $5 million a year is nothing. Yeah, but back then I was making over $5 million a year, and that was huge.
So how many years were you in the USFL?
3 years.
3 years?
3 years in the USFL.
So when they signed you to a contract in the USFL, and it only lasts 3 years.
Yes.
Do you still get paid out?
Well, I got paid because I had a guaranteed contract, which was a personal service contract with Donald. I didn't really have a team contract. It was a personal service contract.
Right. If the USFL went bankrupt, it didn't mean your contract with Donald was null and void.
I still got paid.
So when you still get paid by Donald, can you then go play in the NFL?
Oh,
or do you have to sit it out?
I did.
And Donald still has to pay you.
Yeah, you still had to pay.
So you're getting 2 paychecks.
Yeah. So
nice.
I went to the Cowboys and got paid there as well.
That is See,
I'm smarter than I look.
You know, you are smart, because people don't understand this. A football player has a limited career. And like the guy sitting at home might say, "Oh, man, Herschel Walker, what an asshole. He's not in the NFL. He's not getting all the attention," and blah, blah, blah. I see people say this about my move to satellite. They go, "Howard doesn't have the reach he used to have. He doesn't have the power."
Well, no, you're still powerful.
No,
I've been wanting to be on this show forever.
You're goddamn right, I'm still powerful. And I'll tell you one other thing.
I'm paid.
I'm getting paid.
Getting paid. That's even better.
That's right. All that attention, and
the guy sitting on the couch, don't even have a job.
Nobody sat there and treated me well in terrestrial radio. They treated me okay.
Yes.
But I was still working for the man.
Yeah, that's true. Now you're working for yourself.
Your parents met picking cotton, right?
Yes, they did, down in South Georgia.
So you understand getting
I understand.
paid.
Yes, you got to get paid. And when I left, it's funny, and this is what's really unique. When I left college, I was the first guy ever to leave. Everyone was upset that I left college early. And I got a letter. This is a true story. I got a letter from Frank Sinatra.
Right.
And he said, "Herschel, you made the right decision."
Absolutely.
And I said, I went back and got my degree, and I'm like, why shouldn't I leave early?
Right. You can always get a college degree.
Yeah.
You're not kidding. When your parents pick cotton, by the way, do people still pick cotton?
No, not anymore. I don't even think they have cotton anymore.
They don't even have cotton.
It's fake now. Everything is fabricated.
Hey, goddamn. But were they slaves or something?
No, probably my great grandparents were slaves, but down in South Georgia, it was tough.
It sure is.
It was very tough.
But Frank Sinatra was right. In other words, you were young, you were strong, you're a good player. Go get the dough, and because who knows, an injury could be around the corner.
And most NFL contracts are not guaranteed. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep.
You get hurt, they'll say bye, see you later.
And also, most guys who play in the NFL, because I'm friends with some guys. Like my friend Marco, he devoted his life to football, got picked up into the NFL, and he didn't get the huge payday.
No. Right.
And he's out there working now. He's got a job.
Very difficult. And, and one thing thing the NFL, they always want to be good corporate citizens.
Right.
But I told them, I said, now if you're going to take underclassmen, which they're doing now, why don't you send them back to school? If they don't make it in the NFL, if they don't make it, send them back to get their education.
Right.
They don't like that because they got to put money out. There's no. But I say, each team can put $10,000 in a fund and do that and send guys back to school.
That's a fantastic idea.
Oh, they're not going to do it.
A lot of guys get out and they just are lost.
Yes.
And they're really not equipped. It's like the Army.
You're worried about the young guys.
Yeah.
They won't do anything for the
older guys.
No.
The older guys, most of them can't walk, and they can do the same thing. Just put a little money away in a fund every year, and you can take care of some of the guys that helped to start this league, and they won't do it.
What do you think about this whole concussion thing? They send these guys back into the game, and now these guys are 40 years old. They can't remember their names.
Well, a lot of them don't remember their kids.
Right.
And I say I'm very fortunate that I played 15 years, and I can still walk, but then and yet I'm fighting, so that doesn't mean I'm that smart. It doesn't mean I'm that smart.
Well, you're a 47-year-old guy.
Yes.
You studied. Did you study Taekwondo your whole life?
I studied Taekwondo for about 30-something years, which didn't help me. I think that may have hurt me because I went to a gym out in San Jose at AKA and started learning to do the MMA fighting. And I tell you what, it's very tough. Probably the toughest thing I ever done in my life.
It absolutely is.
Why do you want to do it?
Yeah. You love to compete, right?
I love to compete, and I think they're the toughest athletes in the world.
Is that right?
And I just want to compete against some of the best.
Your love of competition is so strong that you're going to do mixed martial arts, and you're going to give the money to charity.
Yes.
It's all about the competition. And you describe that you even once played the very dangerous game of Russian roulette.
Yes, I wrote a book
That's right.
called Dissociative, my Herschel Walk in My Life with Dissociative Identity Disorder,
Right.
which is multiple personalities. So one of these personalities they want to fight, but then I did. And guys always talk about how they played all these crazy games, but I said, I played Russian roulette. I was crazy.
Where were you when you played Russian roulette?
I was at home, and I thought it was a game because I love competition so much. And I said that, we all suffer from certain things. We're not even aware of it. And, I don't even drink. That's what's even worse. I don't drink or take drugs.
Yeah, you're not on anything.
So I was high on myself.
Straight.
Yeah, I was high on myself.
But let's explain to people if they don't know what Russian roulette is. You take a gun. And you put this is the worst thing you could ever do.
Yes.
You take a bullet and you stick it in one of the 6 chambers.
And spin the cylinder and put it to your head and pull the trigger.
And how many times did you play that?
I've done that over 6 times. And that's when I was going through this competition that I just love competition
Herschel,
so much.
Did anyone say to you this is completely
Were you
insane?
alone?
Well, yeah, I was alone. But what's strange? Back then, if somebody had talked to me about it, I would thought it was crazy because I said that's competition. That's living or dying. And now I realize how crazy it was.
Yeah.
Now since I started getting help about it, I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
You spun the where were you? You were at home by yourself?
I was at home, yes.
Not drinking, not doing drugs?
No, not drinking.
You weren't depressed?
No steroids or anything.
You said to me, this is a game, and I'm going to play this game. And
I
if
think
I'm
I
wrong,
can win.
How many chambers are there?
There's 6 chambers.
6 chambers.
Yes.
You put a bullet in this gun,
yes,
a revolver, and you spin it.
Spin it.
And you stick this gun to your head.
Then you have to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
At no point you say to yourself, I love living, I love life?
No, I don't think I ever realized that. And I think at that time I never realized. I just loved to compete, and I thought that was the ultimate game of competition.
Wow.
And I thought it was ultimate. And then, I
But
went out.
you don't even have an audience for that.
You don't have an audience. It was just me. If I had lost the game, nobody would have realized it.
Right.
Why did you stop doing it? Why?
I went off and started getting help. I give you a prime example. You remember when Michael Jordan made a statement? He said, "When I'm in my zone, I become invincible. I become Superman."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I said, what's strange about that statement is if he was in his zone and he was out on the streets of New York or at home, his family would think he was crazy. Because most athletes get in that zone and they absolutely become invincible, become absolutely nuts.
Right.
But they can't bring that zone to their home. That's the reason their marriages don't work. That's the reason they have problems. That's the reason they shoot themselves in the leg.
Right.
Because they're in this zone that it should only be on the football field or on a basketball court or the baseball diamond.
Is that why your marriage ended, or did it end?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because and I have a business. What's funny, I have a company with 800 employees. I have a food company.
I want to talk about that. You were smart.
Yes.
When you were talking about how much money you made with the USFL,
yes,
then you went to the NFL, and in the NFL they paid you well too.
Yes.
When you think about how much money you made between both leagues,
yes,
how much money did you earn?
I think I made probably over $30 million. Probably.
All right, so you made about $30 million in the lifetime of your football career.
Yes.
You took that money And you did something that sometimes turns out to be a disaster.
Yes.
You invested how much money into this business?
Well, I've invested probably about $3 or $4 million, but the company is worth probably over $200 million now.
What is the company?
It's a food company, chicken company, a poultry company.
Right.
I invested for a family business. I made this family business, but then I got rid of all my family because they didn't want to work.
Everybody?
Yeah, I had to fire everybody. You hire your family to fire them.
You put everyone to work into the chicken business,
Yeah,
and
then
all
you
of
get
them
rid of
took
them.
it.
Yeah.
Because they
Workers.
probably had the attitude, what do I got to work?
Well,
It's
the thing
Herschel's
is, they
company.
wouldn't come to work. They forgot what work was all about. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
yeah.
So
What is
then
it?
I took,
When you say you had to hire your family members,
yes.
Who are you talking about?
Well,
Cousins?
you know, it was cousins and brothers and everyone.
How do you fire your brother? I
Well,
mean,
you know what? You just tell him he's got to leave. That's why he's got to go. And I tell you, you know,
Tough love.
you don't think your parents are smart till you get out of college.
Right.
But my mother told me something that really helped me to understand the reason you got to fire me. She said, you know, Herschel, sometimes you want more for someone than they want for themselves.
Right.
And she said, you know, your brother may not want to be a boss. He just want to come to work from 9 to 5 and go home. He don't want to work overtime.
That's right.
And I was so frustrated because I wanted him to work overtime. I wanted him to run the company.
Right.
But that wasn't cut out for him.
No.
You know, I could do it, but he couldn't.
but when you go and fire your brother, does that make him estranged from you? Does he say, listen,
No,
Herschel,
because what you do, you pay him to get away from you.
Right.
Yeah, what you do is you pay him
I'll
to stay
pay you
home.
to stay
Don't come
away.
here,
Listen,
stay away from me.
I don't wish you any harm. Just I want you never to show up at work.
That's
And here's a
exactly
bunch
right.
of money. Go live your life.
Go live over there. Don't bother me no more.
So when you were, who brought this investment to you?
Well, it's funny. It was something I just created in my mind. Crazy Herschel. I was thinking about it, and I said that I heard about this minority participation.
Yes.
If you're, I told somebody one time, they said, Herschel, you got to certify your company to be a minority. And I said, you know, I have to certify myself to be black. And they said, well, if you're a certified company, you can go out and you can get these different kind of grants or whatever. And I started reading about it, and I realized that if I start my own company and I ran it, I can go out and get these certain deals. And I did it myself, and I built the company up myself.
So no one brought
So
an
what do you
investment
do?
to you.
No,
Right.
I did it. I own the company
So
100%.
You provide meat, chicken?
Chicken. I have a poultry company, probably the largest, probably not, the largest minority-owned chicken company in the United States.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we do all types of chicken for restaurants, hotels, casinos, military, all over the United States and Canada.
No kidding.
Yes, I'm like the Black Tyson.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
What? And you fly under the radar with this.
Well, you better, because once I told Donald this. I said, you know, as long as you're a little target, people don't shoot at you. They always shoot at the big target.
That's right.
So as long as you stay that little target, people ain't gonna bother you.
How many people you employ?
About a little over 800.
800 people.
Yes.
What's the company worth?
Probably a little over $200 million.
What the hell are you worth? Are you worth?
No, I'm not worth anything, because if you got kids, you're not worth anything. They're worth all the money. Yeah.
Because you've been divorced.
Yeah, well, that was good, because I got divorced early before I started the company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
she
I was
didn't get your
divorced.
clock
She didn't
cleaned.
get. Yeah, she didn't get that. She's got some of the other stuff. And then she got remarried
Yeah.
to somebody that got money.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get their money.
Right.
So, yeah,
You want to go back to
Complicated.
court and get some of
yeah,
it
and
back.
get good lawyers.
But what do you mean you're not worth anything?
Oh, no, I am.
You're
It's
a
funny
very
because
wealthy man.
I've done very, very well. And, you know, I would give this to Donald Trump.
Right.
Because, you know, I knew Donald before he became the Donald.
Right.
And, you know, he really he helped me to understand finances. He helped me to understand business.
Right.
And he was one of the real reasons that I continued to play football. Because when I was finishing the USFL, when it went under, I was going to get out of football. You know, I made over $15 million.
Right.
And he said, Herschel, you know, you're good at this. You're young. He said,
Right.
you should go play.
Of course.
And I went to the Cowboys, and my career continued, and things built from there. But he was always a good thing.
Were you happy with your career in the NFL? Did you feel like you got your due? That you really excelled?
I know. You know, there was one place I was not happy at, and that was Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then not that I was not happy. I don't think the people ever got a chance to see me play there. And the reason why is, you know, that was the big trade.
Right.
That was a huge trade there.
Yeah.
Whereas Minnesota gave up like
Seven guys.
Seven
some
guys.
draft picks.
Then they gave up like 6 draft picks
Right.
for one player.
That's right.
So the coaches were not happy. So I don't think the coaches wanted me to play.
And you were supposed to be the second coming of Christ.
Right.
Right.
And then, which is big time. That's
Big time
there,
stuff, yeah.
So, and they didn't want me to play, and they wouldn't let me play that much. And I don't think the fans got a chance to see me play. And I made a statement before I got out of football. I said, if I go back to play, I go to Minnesota, because I think I owe the fans. because I think I owe the fans an opportunity to see me play.
Did they even know how to play you? Because you are a certain type of athlete. Did the coaches understand how to play you?
I think they did. I think they were just upset. They was upset with management.
Right.
The problem was I was management did the deal, and they didn't like management, so I was sort of in between. And I just, I love Minneapolis. I think Minneapolis, the people there were so nice, but they a prime example. You can look this up. There was one game I had 160 yards.
Right.
Carried the ball maybe 12 times. The next game, they didn't even give me the ball.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I was
because
like,
they were playing against themselves.
But why
Right.
Why would a coach do that? He's cutting off his own life force.
I think he just wanted to make a statement to management, and I was like, pfft. And then I left and went to Philly, and that here there I get 1,000 yards,
Right.
leave one place, go somewhere else to get 1,000 yards, and I'm like, it's just ridiculous.
You miss it at all? Or you don't even care?
I'm so busy now with my company with this MMA fighting. My fight is January 30th down in Miami. Which
I'm going to promote. I'm going to get to the fight.
I'll let you get to that, but
Yeah.
it's during the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl down there. So I do miss. I think I miss the guys. I told my father, I said I miss the smell of the grass, and he
Right.
told me to come on and cut the grass. And I said, I don't think that's it. I didn't want to cut. I don't want to mow the lawn.
What about the ladies though? Because you got married young, right?
I got married very young.
How old
beautiful,
were you?
beautiful. When I got married, I was like right at about 20.
Where'd you meet
Beautiful.
this girl? At college?
I met her in college, but she's from New York.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful, beautiful, and I was a stupid one to let her go because she was a beautiful, beautiful young lady.
You have blamed your divorce on the fact that you have multiple personality disorder.
I said I think that has something to do with it, but I blame it on myself. And it wasn't that
Were
I
you
was out
cheating?
cheating. I was not cheating.
You were not Tiger
I was not
Woods.
cheating. What it was is I thought I lost my best friend.
Right.
I didn't go out. I didn't go to clubs. I was not doing anything, but I thought I lost my best friend because, I wanted to build a company. And
Right.
she just thought that we had enough money. Why do you want to continue to do this?
Right.
Well, it was like, you're not my friend no more. I'm going to build this company. You should stay over there and get out of my way.
Right.
And, I was so full head of steam that, I just
But
thought
she
I lost
could have
my
been
best
more
friend.
supportive and understood
Well,
that her man wants to make
she was correct in some ways, but
Yeah.
I think I was so blinded by my own
ambition.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was so blinded that I couldn't see what she was saying, and I didn't want to understand. I thought I was like bigger than anything, bigger than life.
So you started ignoring her.
I started ignoring her.
Yeah.
And,
so all the years you were playing in college and stuff, you just had one chick. You never.
One girl. That was it.
Have you had sex with a lot of women?
No.
You're a super religious guy, right?
Yes, I love Jesus Christ,
But don't you love pussy more than Jesus
Oh,
Christ?
stop
well,
Well, let's be
no,
honest.
not
That's a
really.
horrible
Not
thing
really.
to
I better
say.
not.
Listen,
Yeah, tell her, Rob, I better not.
My friend, you can quote me on it.
Yeah, I wanted to quote you on it, but I better not.
I bet you never been asked that before.
Yeah, no, I never been. No, I will say I was asked sort of that question.
Right. I mean, Jesus Christ created pussy for us.
Well, he created it, but not for you to do it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. I was telling someone, having these chicken farms, you have roosters.
Yes.
And you when you have a breeding farm, you turn the lights on so they can breed.
Yes.
And then you have to turn the lights off because they will screw themselves to death.
Oh,
Wow.
geez.
So you have to make sure that they don't do it. So you have to turn the lights
So
off.
your
so they can
point
go to
is,
sleep.
we are not chickens.
Yeah, we're not chickens.
Yeah.
But we can do ourselves to death. But we need a little extra to help, like Viagra and all that stuff.
So what? So you didn't
Oh,
go.
I'm promoting Viagra. No, you don't need that.
You don't need it either. do you? You don't use Viagra, do you?
No, I don't use it. Plus, they don't pay me. I want a sponsor, so they got to pay you. To use
Right,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you? So your college career consisted of one woman, and then
Yes.
you married her.
Yes, I married
and you
her.
didn't cheat on her. So
No.
for how many years were you married?
I was married for 18 years.
18 years. So this whole divorce thing is sort of new when you think about
No,
it.
it was tough. It was very tough when I ended up losing her. That
You
was a
dating
tough
now?
thing. I date a little bit right
What's
now.
going on?
Well, right now I'm so focused on this fight. Now,
But wait a second, though. What
Yeah.
was it like when you got divorced?
Yes.
Now you're single. You're a wealthy man, good-looking man.
Well, thank you. Well, Robin, you said good looking.
Yeah, you don't want him telling
you don't tell me, Robin. You have to say that.
You
You're
don't mess around with
good-looking
guys ever?
No, guys.
me neither.
He's
Hey,
hitting on you, I bet.
Robin, you got to say good looking man. Yeah.
You never get hit on by guys when you were in the NFL?
No, I never have.
Never, really? I'm
never got
surprised.
hit. Yeah, and I didn't find out. They told me when I was in the NFL, I found out they just said 1 in every 10 guys was gay. And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I never knew that. And now it make that shower seem kind of funny to be in there now.
Did you, when you were taking showers in the NFL, well. Did you
Yeah.
ever catch guys looking at your penis? Or
I never noticed. Because
you
I had
looked.
to be looking at them.
But you did. I mean, didn't you compare the penis sizes of the
No,
other
because
men?
I was comfortable with mine. I was very comfortable.
See, I'm uncomfortable with the size
Oh,
of
you
mine,
are?
so I end up
That's
looking,
why
and
you're
I'm not
looking.
Well,
gay.
see, that's probably what it was. You were uncomfortable.
I am.
You have to get comfortable with yourself.
Yours is
Howard.
big?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, mine is very small. My microphallus.
Well, that's okay. You know.
That's okay. That's okay for you.
Hey, they got doctors for that. Though.
You're sitting
now,
over there with a big one. I
Yeah.
I got nothing to show for it. I feel like a woman.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm emasculated. So you're telling me that here you get divorced.
Yes.
You're a wealthy man. You got your company. You got all this stuff. And how long do you wait before you go out and get some
Well,
women?
then I go in depression. Because this is how
Depression.
stupid I was, is I get divorced because she's not my friend.
Right.
All of a sudden, now she's gone. Now I'm depressed that I'm by myself.
Yeah, so go out and get yourself
Well, I
laid.
didn't want anyone else. There was no one else that I wanted. Then I got so busy into building a company.
You would think most women, your wife should have loved your ass. I mean, you're
Oh, no, she
trying
did.
to,
Now, I tell you what, she was with me the whole time. She went through so much crap with me.
So why couldn't she sit there and let you build a
Well, I
business?
know,
You were
I-
paying attention to her. You
Yeah,
were still
but
banging
I
her?
just think that it was very difficult for her.
Wow.
Yeah, I made
She
it very
felt
difficult.
neglected.
Yeah, she did.
Did she turn to the love of another man?
No, she didn't. Not until she didn't turn to anyone else until about a year after we got divorced.
No
About
kidding.
probably 2 years after we got divorced.
I bet you she's hot.
Oh no, she's pretty. She's a beautiful, beautiful Italian young lady from.
No kidding.
She's from Brooklyn.
I didn't know you married a white
Bensonhurst.
woman.
Yes, a white woman.
Did the family give you...
Well, I don't know whether Italian is white. They have.
They're sort of-
Because
yeah,
you know,
they're
if you
kinda
go back
black.
in history, they're sort of black.
You
You're
still want her
finding
back?
that whole
Would you
thing.
take her back if she came back to you?
Well, she's married now, so I probably shouldn't say that. No, but I do love her. I've always have loved her and stuff.
Did you get a lot of racial bullshit when you went to
used
marry her?
You know, it's so funny when you make money.
Yeah.
You don't get as much racial stuff there.
Yeah, suddenly you're not so
above
black.
that. Yeah, you're not black anymore. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're green.
Yeah, you're green now. So
Right.
you don't make.
So the family didn't
no,
give you
you
a
know,
hug?
my family was very good because my parents, grew up in the South.
Right.
And my mother, we were raised with. She kept a white little kid because she was their sort of nanny.
Right.
So they was with us all the time. So we grew up not really knowing what black and white was until you went to school. When you go to school, you say, "Oh crap, you're black." And,
Right.
Oh crap.
Then you get all kinds of shit for
Oh,
it.
you get a lot of stuff.
I bet.
Yeah.
And so and what about your wife's family? When did she bring home Herschel Walker?
Well, at first they were very uncomfortable with it
Yeah.
until they realized that you first got to see what a
Right.
person is, and then they got very comfortable, and I became like a family member.
Those
Yeah.
Italian fathers, they don't.
Oh yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But I tell you, the mothers they can cook.
Yeah, oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you haven't had any women since your divorce?
No, now I'm dating a young lady from Atlanta.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm dating a young lady from Atlanta, and she's
How
got
young?
a job. Let
How
me tell
young
you.
is she?
She's 36.
Man, it must have
Yeah,
been
and she's got
unbelievable.
money.
No
That's what makes
kidding.
it better. She's got money. So
What does she do?
She works. She works for a TV station, but she does billboards outdoors.
Super
She's
high?
got very good. Yeah, she's got a lot of money. See,
Black
I
chick
got
or white chick
smarter.
this
I got
time?
smarter than I look. I started dating someone that got money too.
You got a white chick or a black chick this
Well,
time?
she's mixed. She's mixed.
She's mixed?
Yeah, she's mixed.
What's the mix?
Well, she's black and she's Italian.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet she's hot.
No, she's pretty. She's a pretty woman.
Take you a long time to get in her pants?
Well, I didn't try it. I was very, my mother.
You're real gentleman.
My mother killed me if I.
Really?
I have to treat every woman. I have to have respect.
So this is only the second woman you ever slept with?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a nice guy.
What was it like when all of a sudden you're inside a new woman? Like your
I never
second
thought
time?
about it like that.
What are you talking about? Are you kidding
I was talking
me?
about like Judge Judy and stuff like that. I'm
Judge
joking.
Judy. You did her?
Oh no, I was joking. I'm a big Judge Judy fan. I'm a bigger fan than you than
I
Judge
can't
Judy.
believe Herschel Walker's only had 2 women his entire
Yes.
life. This is unbelievable.
Yes.
You're practically a virgin.
You're certainly no Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
Well,
you are not Tiger Woods.
No, I'm not Tiger Woods.
You should be the guy everybody looks up to. This is the guy, Tiger Woods. That's who they
He's
thought
got all
Tiger
the
Woods.
endorsements.
It's so
You
funny.
should have all the endorsements.
Everyone's coming down on Tiger, and I'm not going to defend him, but I say, there's a little bit more to that than I think what people are saying.
What?
Yeah.
What's
well,
more?
it's so funny. I think
You're right.
you got to remember this. Tiger used to just play golf. That's all he was, playing golf. He had his father there as the guy that kept him going. Well, he went went through a tough time, and his father left.
Right.
He's playing golf, so he's getting married early. So there's a lot of things that's happening to him that people got to remember. Now he's going out looking for love everywhere. And not to be mean, but he's looking for love everywhere.
He's a love addict.
Right. And so his father's not there, and he's doing that. So there's no excuse for doing it, but there's a lot more than just he's out there getting every woman he can get.
You're telling me after your marriage you didn't even get, let's say, oral sex from other women?
No, I wasn't Bill Clinton.
Really?
Oh, that's
didn't
bad.
you date
Talk about
but
being
didn't you
Clinton.
date a professional dancer after your divorce? Didn't I read that something like that?
professional
A professional
dancer?
no?
No.
Just this one girl.
Yeah, just this one.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You're like something. You are Jesus-like.
Well, no, I don't know. I'm not that good.
No, you are.
I
You do
love
anything
to be
bad?
that good now. No, I do a lot of bad. I can't tell you what I do
What do you
bad,
do
'cause then
bad?
everybody gonna know
What
it.
could you do?
I'm trying to think what I do bad.
What you do? You don't do drugs.
No, I don't do drugs.
You don't drink?
No, I don't drink.
Is masturbation okay with you?
No, I don't masturbate.
What?
No, I'd rather not. Yeah,
You'd rather not.
Yeah, I'd rather not play with myself.
You are like Jesus himself.
No, I don't think Jesus played with himself either. That's
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's true. That's why you're Jesus-like.
You mean to tell me when you were a young man you didn't whack off?
Well, I don't remember whacking off when I was young.
Really?
No.
And then you got into college and you had a
know,
girlfriend.
so funny. When I was young, I had a speech impediment. I used to stutter, like Stuttering John.
Really?
I used to stutter, and I was a little bit overweight. I was kind of fat. So I was a weird
You're
little
kidding
kid.
me.
I was
Did you
a
get
goofy.
picked on as a kid?
Oh, I got beat up.
You
Yeah.
believe the reason you have, and I'm getting to the
Yes.
fight because this is
Yes.
all leading up to the fighting.
Okay.
You believe that you have multiple personality disorder because you were bullied so much
Oh,
in
I
school.
do. I do. I think I was bullied and I was picked on. You know, teachers used to put me in the corner and told me I was special. You know what that means when they tell you you're special.
Yeah.
And I went out and I taught myself to read. You know, I became valedictorian in my class.
You were valedictorian.
Yeah, that was only 2 people in my class, so I could. No, it's not.
What is your IQ?
No,
You have a high
no.
IQ, don't you? I mean,
Yes,
you have a
I had
business.
I had a very high
to be
IQ.
valedictorian of your
Yeah,
class.
I had a very high IQ, and I got very focused on a task. In the task that I was doing, I got very focused on that, and I think that's where that multiple personality came in.
So
But
when did you get this physique and everything?
I started working out when I was young. I took books and read about, because I didn't lift weights. I'm not a weightlifter.
How old were
Do
you?
a lot
when
of push-ups and sit-ups.
How old were you when you got into Taekwondo?
I got into Taekwondo when I was about 17.
17.
Yes.
You never lifted a weight because your body, you're a physical specimen.
Yes.
A lot of this is natural, but what is your routine? You do how many push-ups a day?
When I was younger, I used to do about 2,500 push-ups to 2,500 sit-ups every day.
When you say 2,500,
2,500?
when you say 2,500 push-ups in a row, or you took a
I
break?
did sets. I did sets all throughout the day, but my sit-ups would be done like 20. I can do 3,000 sit-ups probably in about 35 because I do a crunch.
Yeah.
So it's real quick repetition, and I isolate all the stomach muscles.
Still do it?
I still do it today. Yeah, I work out like that today. Not as many push-ups as I do today.
Good Lord.
Yes.
What do you
No.
think you could bench press?
You know, so I don't know. Like whenever I went into pro ball in college,
Yeah.
my strength was so good they never really made me lift weights.
Do you
so I
think
did
some
what
of
I
your
done.
strength came from not beating off?
Yeah, I think so. That sort of saved your strength. That may have
You
helped.
think?
Yeah, that may save some strength.
So when you were
Yeah.
alone after your divorce and you're thinking about beautiful girls, you're watching TV, I don't know, and it's a beautiful girl like Angelina Jolie or something comes
Yeah.
on TV, and you don't say, hey, you know what? I want to beat off and get rid of this stress, this tension.
I didn't think. I was thinking about building. I was thinking about money.
Right.
I was thinking about trying to make more money. Yeah.
Robin just orgasmed.
Oh, stop it.
Tell him the truth.
Yeah.
She did.
How
She
do
said,
you know?
Because I know.
What, you got a meter of
This is
it?
the perfect man. This is the man you should have been after as soon as you heard he was divorced. I don't know where you were.
Yeah.
I
She's
didn't get
busy.
the news.
Yeah, who knew? So you talk about this multiple personality
Yes.
disorder because I think this is tied in with this
Well,
fighting. Now, first of all, I do have to tell you to see Herschel Walker's first professional MMA fight, and I hope to hell nobody kicks you in the head.
Don't worry. I'm going to win my fight. I've been training at AKA out in San Jose.
You sure you know what you're doing? Because I'm telling you.
They're going to make sure I know what I'm doing.
How old is the guy you're fighting?
26.
20. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know why 20. He's young.
Come on.
Yeah,
what
What are you
doing?
hoping he's inexperienced?
Well, no, I say he's young.
This is
so-
like when you try to shoot yourself in the head.
Well, I know,
mean,
but,
this is crazy.
and it never happened, so that means he's
Yeah.
going to lose.
Right.
But, I got confidence in my trainers, Javier Mendez and AKA, all the fighters at the gym. They've really been working with me, so I've really got a lot of confidence.
But is this you've I don't know, do they call it sparring when you're what do you do to get ready for this so
He
you know
spars.
you'll
Oh,
be
you do
able
spar.
to,
You do spar
to
at the
handle
gym.
yourself in
I
the
saw a
ring?
video of you sparring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do spar. Like we spar 3 times a week, and do a lot of different technique training and pad work and different things like that.
One of my guys is into this. He was worried. He was watching you spar. He thought you looked a little stiff on some of
No,
the
I
moves.
was. And that was early. That was
Was
early
it?
on.
All
Yeah,
right, because I'm worried
early.
about you. You
I
seem
was
like a
very
great
stiff.
guy.
No, I'm going to be
Yeah,
fine.
now that we mentioned
well,
we don't want to
one of
lose
the
you.
things, one of the things, this is a true story. I am 47, and I got to live reality. Is I told the trainer, my trainer Javier, and the guys in the gym, I said, it's real up to you guys. If you guys don't think that I can do this, you
Pull
tell
me
me
out
I
of
can't
it.
do it. Yeah, tell me I can't do it, and I got to live my ego and just say Herschel can't do it.
Right.
And stuff. But they've got me ready, and I've loosened up, and I'm ready to go now.
No kidding.
Yes.
Have you been in a real fight recently? Like
I know. I talked my way out of fight.
When kids used to bully you, I can't
Yes.
imagine. I guess you say you were a pudgy
I
kid.
was pudgy. I was
they
kind of
would-
thick boned.
And they would really hurt you.
Oh yeah, they hurt my feelings more than anything.
Right, they made fun of you.
Yeah, they made fun of me.
And
a
that's
lot.
how you became this physical specimen. I guess
Yes.
that's how you got into football.
Got into football and got into the martial arts and all that.
When did you realize you had multiple personalities?
I didn't know that until about I was getting out of football. You're getting out of football, which was a very physical, tough sport.
Yeah.
Getting into the business world, and you can't go to a CEO and punch him in the arm and hit him on the butt and stuff. And they were not really used to that. So I was so used to all that physical activity.
Yeah.
So now, like, where's it going to go to? Where's that stress going to go?
I see movies like Sybil and stuff like
Yes.
that. And when they have, say, multiple personalities, how many personalities do you have?
Well, and that's what one thing that I came out with is they use the movies and I think the movies really do not show what multiple personality really was. And I want to come up with that I say I think we all suffer from different multiple personalities because the way you are at work is not the way you are at home.
Yeah, but you're talking about a
Well, I'm
real
saying-
disorder. Where,
Well, I'm talking about a disorder, and that's the reason I make light of it because I think we've
but
continued
don't
to try
you
to,
black out from this? Don't you actually forget what you've done?
You can forget some things. You can forget some
You
things.
don't remember getting the Heisman
No,
Trophy?
I don't remember the Heisman. The Heisman really wasn't that important to me. And you got to think
but
about
you
this.
said
Now,
you
remember this. They didn't really I say I'm the Susan Lucci of the Heisman Trophy
Right.
because my freshman year was the year I should have won the Heisman.
Right.
I don't know whether I won it my junior year or whether they felt sorry for me and gave it to me.
No, but you don't remember because
No.
of your personality.
I don't remember because it was not that important to me.
Is one of your personalities a little girl?
I know.
Are any of them
I mean,
feminine?
No.
Thank God.
All of them
Well,
are,
what
yeah.
does he
I was
call
right.
multiple
Yeah.
personality? If you say everybody
Yeah. See,
has
I
it,
think what
What
I
are the
call
names
it,
of your
I call it, what I
personalities?
said what I said multiple personalities is you're leaving home with the wrong hat on. And that's why I make light of it, and that's the reason I call them multiple personalities because we all have it.
Were you diagnosed with this?
There were doctors diagnosed me with it, but that's where a lot of doctors say, well, he really doesn't have it, and he does. And that's the reason I wrote the book to show that, guys, we all suffer from different things, but we're not as bad as what people think it is.
I read that you said that one of your personalities is an Orthodox Jewish diamond dealer.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
And, I didn't
Get
know.
out of
Yeah,
here.
that's true. Yeah. His name is
guy
Herschel
gets
Cohen.
dressed up in payas
Herschel
and
Cohen.
all that stuff.
That's
Herschel
right.
Bernardi.
Yeah, right. Herschel Bernardi. That's
Yeah.
exactly who you name it. See Herschel Walker's first professional MMA fight on the Strike Force fight card at the Bank Atlantic Center in Miami, Florida on January 30th at 10 p.m. on Showtime. And, I don't understand what really multiple personality is, but when
I
you
don't
have
either.
points in your life that you can't remember
Yes.
because you were someone
Well,
else.
who picked up the trophy? Does he know?
yeah.
One of the
does he know where it
One of
is?
his brothers picked up the trophy. Right?
What does it mean when you say, and I want the truth now,
Yes.
you sleep 3 or 4 hours a night?
Yes.
Now, you can't function every day on 3 or 4
Well,
hours
no,
sleep.
that's true. I sleep probably at the very most 4 hours at the very most. I only eat one meal a day.
Oh, well, now, how is that? You're a big guy. How much you weigh?
I'm right now about 216, 217.
What is the one meal?
I don't eat meat anymore. Having a food coming, that's not a good thing.
Oh,
but-
you Robin is orgasm.
yeah,
She loves a
I
man
eat
who
more of a
doesn't-
salad, and soup, bread. That's about it.
The meal for the day occurs at what time?
At night, late at night.
Late at night.
Yes.
Before you go to bed.
Yes.
And you have soup and salad,
Yeah, that's about it.
and that's what you live on.
Yes, that's what I've been living on for over 20-something years.
You're telling me this is not
So
bullshit.
while you were
No, this is
playing, you
totally
were
true. When I was
doing it.
playing, when I was
Approximately
playing, I
how
was
many
doing it.
calories do you take in?
That is a very good question. I don't worry about and I think that's the problem. We worry about so much stuff, and I think that's what drives you crazy, is worrying about that. I don't worry about all those.
You go to
things.
a restaurant with friends. You don't eat anything?
No, during the day I won't.
You will not?
Like, during business meetings, I really
You will
won't
sit
eat
there. You won't
I'll
have a
sit
glass
there,
of
have
wine.
water. I don't drink, so I don't have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me what you ate yesterday. Exactly.
Yesterday I ate last night when I got in. We came up from Miami. I had a Caesar salad and matzo ball soup.
No kidding.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm telling you, one of
That
your
was his Jewish
personalities.
personality.
That was
is a
a Jewish,
thing.
Well, look at the name Herschel.
Herschel
And
is
then being in the South with the name Herschel, Jewish and black, so that didn't go too well.
This is really amazing. And you say there were in your book. You said that at one point they thought you tried to kill yourself. Your ex-wife thought you tried to kill yourself. She found you in the garage with the car on.
Right.
Oh.
And you said, no, you were just listening to the radio.
Yes, and I
Were
fell
you listening
asleep.
to Imus? I would probably think that's what
yeah,
That's
that was
how he fell
Imus.
asleep.
Yeah, I couldn't get your show there.
You couldn't get my show
Yeah, I
down
couldn't
there.
get your show.
It had
I was-
Imus on. You fell asleep in the garage in the
Yeah,
car.
that was it.
I knew it. I knew that was the answer. As soon as I read that story about you, I said, oh, Imus was on the radio.
Yeah, Imus.
Do you know he's
born.
responsible for more accidental suicides?
Yeah, people think these are suicides.
I'm not
Imus
kidding
is
you.
on the radio.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Wow, what an unbelievable story you have. I mean, really, it's weird. And you're one of those guys that collects motorcycles and
I
cars
have
and all
motorcycles,
that kind of
a
stuff.
lot of cars and stuff. Yeah.
And you're a sensitive man. You like to write poetry.
Being sensitive, people think he's like gay or something. But I was no. I used to write. I write a lot, do a lot of reading. I read all the time.
You write poetry to this new girl?
No, I don't write. I used to write poetry for guys, for their wives. For when I was playing football, guys would have me write things for their wives and stuff.
You're going to marry this? Oh, you were like Cyrano de
Bergerac.
De Bergerac.
Bergerac,
Whatever
yeah.
that guy is. It's never gay if you're writing poetry about pussy.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
okay. If
Well,
you're going to write
you
about
could
the
be gay.
trees or something, then you got a
Yeah.
problem. That's
Yeah.
it. So guys will come to you and say, "Listen, write a poem to my wife."
To my wife for like
Right.
Valentine's or birthday.
No kidding, and they'll take credit for it.
No, probably they lied. They lied. Yeah.
These women are really in love with you.
Yeah, they are. I should
You've
tell them now.
romanced many,
I'm gonna
many
go back
women.
and tell them now. That's your husband right there.
So, what's going to be with this new girlfriend? This is the second woman you've had sex
Yes.
with in your life. Is the sex better with her than with your ex-wife? Be honest.
Since I'm with her, I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, since I'm with her, yeah. You got to be smarter than you look, and
She's better in bed. Wilder, would you say?
no.
Not Wilder.
No, I'm just she's wilder, and plus she got, like I said, she got more money, so it makes it better.
Are you so religious that you will not ask a woman for oral sex? Will you say to her, "Do not
no,
put
I
my
never thought about
don't
that.
put my filthy penis
I
in your mouth"?
didn't, so funny. I didn't think that had anything to do with religion. I never read that in the Bible about the oral
I once
sex.
interviewed Donny Osmond, and he's very religious.
Yeah.
And he said, "I would never disrespect my wife by asking her to put my penis in her mouth," and she never has. And I'm like, "Donnie, you need a blowjob, motherfucker."
Yeah,
I don't care.
tell him that's not in the Bible. I never
It's
read
right.
that in the Bible.
What about anal? Will you request
No, I
that
don't
of
think
your
I wanna
woman?
do that.
You would
No.
never request that from
No,
a woman?
I don't think I want to go that far.
You don't think.
Yeah,
You
I
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. Hey, it might want to. One night it might get
Yeah.
crazy. So you going to marry this woman?
Yeah, I think eventually we'll get married.
How long is this relationship going?
We've been going now together for about 3 years.
No kidding.
Yes.
How long did you wait before you gave it to her?
Probably over a year.
When you have such a large penis,
Yes.
does it scare the woman when she sees it?
No, they get excited.
They like it.
Yeah, they like it.
Yeah, and she could handle all of it.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I got to meet her.
Okay.
I mean,
You want to meet her because she can handle that.
well, why not? You describe it as what, 11 inches?
What?
Well, I'm gonna take the 11 inches. I take
Is it
11
is it 11 inches?
Yeah,
Really?
I take that.
No, be
yeah.
serious.
I
Is it
don't-
11
I
inches?
never measure. I got to get tape measures out sometimes.
Robin, could you handle 11?
No. I'm not handling anything like that.
Did you warn her before you
No.
took off your pants?
No, you want to shock. You always want to see the surprise.
Did she gasp? I mean,
Well,
did she
you
go-
always want to see the surprise on somebody. Go, whoa.
Is that a great feeling? I mean, I know you haven't had it with a lot of women, but is it a
Yeah.
great feeling when you pull your pants off and they get a little like, oh, whoa.
Well, that's all I'm going to ask you. If yours is small, what do you? What do they
I
do?
warned them, but the other way. I go, look, something's going to happen, and you're going to have to brace yourself. All right, it's not going to be pleasant. So I do warn them. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I do. You mind taking a few phone calls?
No.
All right, people are excited. I'm excited. I'm going to watch this thing. This
You ought to
fight.
come down and do the show from there. You guys come down there, and I get you a ticket. and
Herschel,
I'm pretty
really?
cheap.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah, you're a
cheap, so I buy
businessman.
you a ticket.
I was watching Herschel on the internet, preparing for this fight. It's
He's
this
for
is,
real?
This is no joke. How long is the fight?
The fight is you have 3 15-minute rounds. And I'll tell you, that was a young.
15
minutes?
minutes?
And I
You're
mean,
gonna
it's
be
3
dead.
5-minute rounds.
I was
That's
gonna say.
3 5-minute round. But let me tell you, that was a young lady fighting on the card.
Yeah.
Chris Cyborg.
Oh, really?
Who is probably the toughest woman in.
That's crazy.
Hey, let me tell you. No.
Did you ever
let me
fight
tell
a
you-
woman?
No, I wouldn't.
No?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. But I tell you, she's a tough woman. And there's a professional wrestler that used to fight Bobby Lashley. He's fighting, and
no kidding.
So yeah, so that's why I said you guys got to come. You got to see this.
I wonder what's going to happen, man. Are you allowed to? You allowed to punch barefisted?
You have these small gloves, 4-ounce gloves.
4 ounce.
Yes, 4-ounce gloves.
So you can punch.
Gloves. Oh, you can punch, kick.
Can you wrestle?
Wrestle. And most guys that have a wrestling base really are probably that's the best thing to have when you're going to get into.
You don't have that.
No.
You don't know how to grapple.
All I had was a good athletic base.
If these guys get you down on the ground, they're going to choke the shit out of you.
No, if they get me down on the ground, I'm going to get back up.
You are?
Yeah,
how you planning on doing that?
I'm going to get back up. I Dave Camarillo there in San Jose, a.k.a. That's the reason I'm out there. I've been out there now for about 8 weeks.
Right.
And, I've been training like a crazy person how to get back up. If they get me down, I'm getting back up.
You're going to go to heaven. You're not out there banging a lot of girls. You're giving the money to charity for the fight. I mean,
but won't he probably be alone?
You're not. You're not. Yeah, you are. You're not jerking off.
You're kind of lonely.
You're not jerking off at all. You've never jerked off in your life.
No.
I can't believe this guy. You're something else, man.
Yeah.
You're everything
now,
I'm not.
How often did you jerk off?
I jerk off 3-4 times a day when I was a kid.
That'll make. Oh, now you don't.
Well, now I got a wife,
right.
and but I don't jerk off that much. If she goes away, I'll jerk off. I get the porn out. Do you ever watch porn?
No.
You've never seen a porn?
No. I never seen porn.
If I played you a porn clip right now, it'd be the first time you'd be listening to
the first time I ever really seen porn.
Really?
I don't do anything for me.
Get out of here. When you were on the road playing football,
I never went to a strip joint. No.
You've never gone to a strip club?
No, that really doesn't do anything for me.
We got to get you.
Yeah. It doesn't do anything for me.
Really?
Yeah. I'd rather go to like a
museum?
A movie.
A movie?
Yeah, go watch a movie.
A movie. But maybe there's some naked girls in that movie.
Well,
yeah.
TV wants to know if we want to show Herschel Walker a Sibian ride.
I'm going to show you something that happened in my studio.
Yeah.
This is a girl. Yeah. Tell me if this does anything for you.
Okay.
All right, if you don't mind.
All right.
Look at this. This went on the other day.
It's over here.
Yeah, there you can see. Look at what was going on here. For guys at home.
Well, see, I reckon that's a good machine there.
Look at that. What do you think
Who
it is?
invented the machine?
Some maniac.
See that? What he can do.
That doesn't turn you on?
That doesn't do anything for me. But what I'm thinking about is how you can make more money with that.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Sell that.
Yeah, I can see it's not moving you at all. No, nothing.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the girl because she can ride a horse better than that.
Are there any movie star girls who you are turned on by when you watch them? I'm surprised you never dated a celebrity.
Well, no, I just don't want to get into that kind of headache.
No masturbating.
No.
Look at you. Big penis, muscles, 1% body fat at one point? That's impossible, isn't it? To have 1%?
They told me, I so much that I do, they told me it's kind of impossible. But I said, you can do anything.
Oh, boy.
Don't let doctors tell you you're sick or whatever.
Do you still watch football?
A little bit. I watch more college football than I do pros, and I keep up with pros a little. Keep up with players. Then I
do you think the Jets have a chance?
No,
they do not.
No,
I don't.
In your opinion,
no,
there's no way. This is a fluke.
Yeah, I don't think they got.
You think they're going to lose this?
Yeah, I think they'll lose this coming week.
Who's going to win? Who's going to do it?
I think the Cowboys will beat Minnesota this coming week, and I think the Cowboys will end up being on the NFC, and then I think the Chargers out in. I think the Chargers will beat the Cowboys and the Chargers.
And who ultimately will win that battle?
Oh, that'll be I did Chargers. I think they win. But then, like you say, I don't pick any team correctly, so don't go by. Everybody run out of bet because I said it and they lose all the money.
Your parents still alive?
Yes, they are.
Did you set them up for life and stuff?
Yes, they're set up and they're doing well.
What'd you do?
I got them to retire years ago, and they got fat. I got them to retire and they picked up weight. I'm like, guys, y'all got to go on a diet. And they said, what we got to eat? I told them, if it tastes good, don't eat it. Eat anything that tastes like cardboard.
Right.
That's what's good for you.
So what? You bought them a house? And
they got a house. They got about 500 acres down in South Georgia.
Now they got people picking cotton for them.
Yeah, they should, but we don't have any cotton. Like I said, I don't think I haven't seen any cotton now in years.
They have 500 acres.
Yes,
that's great. Do they have a statue of you on the property?
No, they don't have anything.
They should. They should worship you, for Christ's sake. You saved them. Let's take a couple of phone calls and then we'll let you out of here at some point. Jim, go ahead in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hey, Herschel, I want to know, would you ever be willing to have sex with a black woman?
Yes, I would. If I like her.
Right. You've only had sex with 2 women.
Yeah, I got to like the black woman first.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go
to... Well, the latest one is half black.
That's right. He's moving toward that.
You can't just say you're having sex with anybody.
You've never been with a full black woman?
No.
Robin, come on.
What?
Yeah. Show Herschel what you got.
Yeah.
I mean, Do you get grief from black women?
Oh, I did at first. And what was so funny is when I was growing up, the black women wouldn't even go out with me.
Why?
I have no idea. I thought I used to love myself.
Yeah. I mean,
And they didn't like me. I love who I was. I'm
you
like,
would ask
"Geez."
out black women and they'd say,
Yeah,
not
they
you.
used to laugh at me. I was kind of, well, think about it, Robin. I'm fat and goofy, got a speech impediment.
Right.
I wouldn't have went out with myself either. Like, you're goofy.
How did you get rid of your stutter? I don't detect
You know,
anything.
I used to read to myself in the mirror.
Right.
I could sit in front of a mirror and start reading to myself. And I
So
think
you broke
stuttering-
it on your own.
On my own. I thought
You're a
it was
very
just,
strong man.
It's having confidence. You got to have confidence in yourself.
You're a very strong man to do all this.
You had to. You remember, you grew up in the South. You better be tough.
I'm impressed with you. John, go ahead.
Hey, how are you, Howard?
Hey.
Herschel.
Yes.
I got to tell you, more of the NFL players should live like you because you really are. You never heard anything bad about you. But what did you ever try steroids at all? Be honest.
Not at all. I've never even taken a drug, and I think anyone that have taken steroids shouldn't even get a chance to play. I think it should be
It's
kicked out.
cheating, right?
They're cheating, and I don't think that's right. I think it's unfair.
Well, are they testing in the NFL? I don't think so.
They said it. They test, but you
Come on. Some of these guys are
Yeah.
enormous.
Oh, they're huge.
And it's dangerous for the other players because if you're not
it
taking
is.
steroids, you almost have to be defensive.
Well, it is, and it's very difficult, and you have everybody taking it, and that's what's so sad.
Yeah, it's out of control. Gary, go ahead in Toledo,
When you
Ohio.
saw Mark McGuire the other
Yes.
day crying because he had to admit he took steroids, what did you think?
Like, why are you crying now?
Yeah.
Why are you crying now?
You should have cried when
And
you
then
got
he
those
said
shots.
that he wished he hadn't taken it, and I'm like, well, you won the home run thing. You wish you hadn't taken it.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, what's he crying about?
Well, that's why I said,
You're a
why,
big
why are you
baby.
crying now?
You don't cry, right?
No,
Hell no.
I don't have nothing to cry over right now.
You're right. You don't.
I
'cause
probably
you-
will cry. You got to show sensitivity. When you have around women, show that you're real sensitive.
Yeah.
They like that stuff.
That's
Yeah.
right. When is the last time you cried?
Oh, I haven't cried in a while.
Good.
Yes.
He's a real man.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I mean it.
Robin, you got to start saying that. Go, Howard and I got this
He's
thing
really
going on.
taken with
Yeah.
you.
Let's go out tonight.
Yeah, I'm like,
See what
geez.
happens.
You know, everybody's been saying
And
with
he's making a lot of money, so it's like,
Yeah,
oh.
Very
everybody's
sexy
saying
man,
You're
I'll
a little
tell you,
gay,
yeah.
Howard. I don't know.
Maybe I'm a little gay. I don't know. I have to leave my wife. Where's your stance on gay marriage? Because you're super religious.
Well, you know,
I
it's so
heard.
funny. I don't agree with gay marriages. I don't agree with them because, no, it's not my religion. But I said, you got to be accountable for yourself. And that's what I don't agree with it, but that doesn't mean I'm against it. But you
Right.
got to do what you got to be accountable for yourself.
I'm for it. What do you
well,
think
you know,
of
it's so
that?
funny. I tell
think
people,
anybody wants
I tell
to get. I'm
people
for
this all
love.
the time. I said, there's only one master. You can determine who that is. So you can believe in who you want. I got who I want.
Who
And
do
I
you
go-
have exactly?
Jesus Christ.
You're
he's-
in love
he's-
with Jesus.
I love Jesus.
Well, you do
Yeah.
walk in Jesus' footsteps.
Yeah. No, and like I said, there's some bad things I do. I'm just not going to tell you what they are.
I can't see what it is.
No, they
'cause-
are. We don't want to talk about
What
it.
are we
though.
Not the
talking
usual
about?
suspects.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I don't. You don't kill animals, right?
No, I don't
Except
kill
for
any.
the
No
chickens?
dogs. I don't do any dog
No
fighting.
dog fighting.
Yeah, no dog
So
fighting.
what is the bad thing you do?
I'm trying to think. I think of something soon.
I mean, maybe taking playing Russian roulette is the worst.
Well,
That
thing.
was
Yeah.
bad. That was
and
bad.
they think I fired my family from working with me. That's kind of bad.
You're not Al Qaeda, right?
No.
You love this
I
country.
haven't had any bombs on planes.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing like that.
what bad? I mean, I swear to God, Jesus was not as good as you.
No, he was better.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I really
well, I
do
can
not.
think of some bad. I'm just not gonna. Like I said, I'm just not gonna name it right
You
now.
go to a church every Sunday?
No, not every Sunday. See, that's something bad.
All right,
I don't go
that's
every
bad.
Sunday. Yeah.
That's very bad. You go to confession?
No, I'm not
He's not
Catholic. I'm not
Catholic.
Catholic.
Oh, what are you?
Yeah, I'm well. Right now, I'm just Christian. I used to be
Christian.
outraged Baptist, and I said, why would I confess?
You
to
dance with
God?
snakes?
No,
You know?
no.
Too bad.
I don't even like snakes.
Yeah.
Pray every day?
Yes, pray every day.
Gee whiz, Robin. You missed the catch of the century.
I didn't know all this. Thought he was just
you're
one of
right.
those football players.
Yeah.
Admit you're turned
Well, see,
on.
some football players, they're better.
That's
Most
what I'm
of them just don't
finding
shoot
out
themselves in the
now.
leg.
Admit
and do all those
that you
crazy
are
things.
way turned on.
Why wouldn't I be? He's a good-looking guy.
Well,
He's
thank you,
got
Robin.
You
fine,
want him, right?
High morals.
You would marry this
Ethical guy.
Would you marry him today?
Marry him today? No, I'm not marrying anybody today.
He's rich.
What's that got to do
Robin,
with
you,
it?
know
you
exactly
making
what
money?
it
You
is.
making a lot of money? You
Oh,
paying her a lot of
yeah.
money?
Please.
So, Robin, we
She
can
can buy
get
and sell
together.
you.
Yeah,
Trust
we
me.
can get
Buy and sell
together.
you.
You're making a lot of money.
Yeah, she don't even have to kill a chicken for that kind of money. Believe me, she's plenty turned on over there. I know her.
Oh, here we go. Well, I have to get behind you, though.
There were
Throwing giving out all the compliments. You're talking him up pretty good. He doesn't even have any time to pay attention to me.
There were many years Robin closed herself off. But I'll tell you what, she's open now and ready for
She's
business.
ready. She's ready. Now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
goodness.
Well, we're going to have a show that says, find Robin a date.
Do you play chess?
No, I'm a terrible chess player.
Well, then you're not so perfect.
Yeah, see, I'm a terrible chess player.
Go ahead, Gary.
Hey, thanks, Harvey, for taking my call. Hey, Herschel, great fan of yours. Big-time Dallas Cowboy fan here. What do you think? You think they're good enough to make that Super Bowl?
All right, this guy's
He
boring the
just
hell out of
had
me.
that
All right,
conversation.
you know what?
Yes.
That guy just killed everything. What a buzzkill. All right, look. The real reason Herschel is here, not to flirt with me or Robin. He is here.
He's here promoting a fight.
A fight. We wish you well, my friend.
Well, thank you.
This is a real fight. This ain't wrestling, like fake wrestling. This is a man going
Or
in
that
the
silly
ring.
boxing.
Or silly boxing. This is where a man goes in the ring. And really, you could get
He
killed.
goes into a cage. Yeah, you can get seriously injured.
Your
Yes.
opponent does what type of martial arts?
Well, he's more of a brawler. He's
He
more
is.
of a brawler. I think he's wrestled a little.
You're gonna knock
you
his
can get
ass
in, You
out?
can get. I'm gonna win the fight.
You are going to
Yeah,
win.
I'm gonna win. I think I owe it to my guys at AKA. I owe it to my guys at the gym
Well,
to win the
because
fight.
you love competition.
Yes.
This is it for you. This is a
Yes.
turn on.
This is my thing.
Well, you know, I remember you were on the TV show Average Joe. You remember that show?
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
Average Joe would take a guy who thinks he's good at football, an average guy. So they got Herschel Walker, and they said, okay, this guy thinks he's good.
Right.
You know, what did he have to do? He had
Well,
to,
he
like-
had to tackle me at the goal line, and I hit him. I thought I broke his neck and stuff. And the
guy-
producer go, "Oh, he signed a release form." I'm like, I don't mean I'm supposed to kill him.
you hit him, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. It was
You
like,
took him
no.
seriously, and he wasn't ready for
I
anything.
remember
think
he
he was ready.
rolled like twice. I mean, the guy was
Oh,
gone. These guys don't realize what it is to
Oh,
be.
you have to step up. And to be honest, I didn't realize going into this fight,
No.
because, being an athlete, you think you're something special,
Right.
that it'll be real easy until I started going to training. And when I first got to training camp at AKA, I have this 160-pound guy put me on an arm bar, almost about to break my arm. I'm like, oh, geez, I do need to train a lot.
Are your parents worried about you doing this?
Oh, they are. My mother, they're always for me. They want me to do well, but they like, why are you doing this?
That's right.
Yeah, why don't you do
you
something
did
else?
it already.
Yeah, like,
you
why
were
are you
done
doing
with
this?
it.
Is it fair to your kids for you to take a risk like this?
Probably not. No,
Probably not.
I'm probably being very selfish to my kids for doing something
See?
like this. But I said, why don't you be selfish at least once in your life? Be
Right.
selfish.
Do something
So
for
do you
yourself.
plan to continue doing this, or is this a
I'm
one-time
gonna do it
thing?
one at a time because
Yeah.
I will admit I am older, so I take it one fight at a time, and
Right.
and I'm leaving it in my trainers, Javier and Bob Cook and Dave Camarillo. I'm leaving it in their hands to decide just how I go from here.
Should Michael Vick have been allowed to play again, or should they?
Yes, I think so.
You do. You feel
Yeah,
he did
I
his
think
time?
he paid his debt,
All right.
and he should be allowed to do it again.
Well, you grew up in the South. You didn't see any of this dogfighting, did
No,
you?
I never seen it, and I grew up with dogs, and I disagree with it, and but I think that is absolutely that's awful. But he paid his paid
So
a,
it's time for
a
him to
big
go back
time,
to work.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what do you think about Plaxico?
I think it's kind of embarrassing to be in jail and tell someone I'm in jail for shooting myself in the leg
Yeah.
and stuff. And rules are rules.
Right.
And that's one thing I think professional athletes got to realize: you're not above the law.
Right.
And I think their commissioners got to be tough because we are kids in some ways.
Yes.
That if we break the law, we got to be punished for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Plaxico, I think he thought like maybe he could get away with it, but because he is a football player and he's famous, they couldn't let him
Well,
go.
a lot of
Yeah.
these guys,
Yeah.
I think, have been taken care of
Yes.
a
Yeah.
lot during their lives. And then when something very public happens to them, they don't understand they're going to have to pay the consequences.
Right.
That's right. Well, anyway, Herschel, I wish you luck in the fight.
Well, thank
I'm
you.
worried about you. You're
Well,
a good
thank you.
man.
That's
I don't
very
want to
nice.
see you get hurt, but all right, you say you can handle yourself. You
Yes.
know what you're doing.
Yes.
You've been doing this karate your whole life.
Yes.
And you've
You finally want to have a fight.
Finally
Karate
wanna
is
get a
all
fight.
about not fighting.
but you
Yeah.
never
most of
did.
the time.
You never even got into a real fight.
No, this will be my
Who's
first.
going to fight with you?
Yeah, it was my first real brawl.
Thanks for coming in, Herschel.